Passing the civil service examination in the Philippines is a difficult task that only a few people win. Most of us dream of being one of those few people, but we don't know how to make it happen. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to pass your civil service exam. Keep in mind the scope of the exam. The civil service exam is not an easy test to pass. However, there are some things you can do to increase your chances of passing. You can start off by familiarizing yourself with the topics and scope of the exam. Read up on those topics. If you haven't already, you can review what you learned when you were in school. Here are the topics included in the civil service exam. Vocabulary. Words won't be that complicated, most are commonly used and found in the daily news, articles, etc. Word analogy. Study on your bridging sentences. Grammar. Review on subject and verb agreement, modifiers, conjunctions, etc. Paragraph organization. Paragraph structures, transition words, etc. Reading comprehension. Learn how to look for the main idea, the message of the paragraph, etc. Math. Remember your PEMDAS, interest and percentages, word problems, etc. Don't worry because the math tests won't cover advanced math topics like calculus and mathematical physics, but expect basic math topics, algebra, and some geometry. Number series. Prime or odd numbers, squares or cubes, pattern and differences, complex patterns. General information. Read up the parts of the Philippine Constitution about environmental conservation, indigenous people, and territorial disputes. Logic. Most of it will be on finding the best assumption and best conclusion questions. For sub-professional level, expect that clerical topics will be included while analogy and logic are covered in the professional level. Do not rely on luck. Passing the civil service examination will require someone to have a good understanding of the subject matter. Some people say they passed by luck. Rarely will that happen. You will have a better chance at passing if you prepare well. The process to preparation includes taking review classes, downloading ebooks, and preparing for mock exams. It is really helpful to learn sample test questions online. This can give you an idea on what level of difficulty you will face in your exam. Practice test. Take sample exams. Make sure to practice as much as possible, because there is no substitute for experience. You should always take at least one sample exam to be familiar with common questions so you can anticipate what will be asked during your civil service exam day. Take note of your weaknesses and apply these weak points in your test prep study time. If you find an area that needs work, do more examples on that specific topic to further your knowledge. Remember, practice makes perfect. Read. Do not memorize. Since the civil service exam is a multiple choice test, your goal is to build your stock knowledge. Except for a few crucial lessons, most of the information doesn't need to be memorized. All you have to do now is read and get familiar with the fundamental concepts. Effective civil service exam reviewers only attempt to imitate the actual exam by presenting sample questions to teach you how to correctly answer them. Therefore, do not memorize the answers. Allocate your time in answering questions. Because the exam is long, we suggest that this is how you take the exam. 2 hours. Comprehending and answering questions you are sure of, starting with the subject you are most confident in. While taking the test, if you think one question is really difficult to answer, don't waste your time trying hard to find the best answer for that one. 1 hour. Answering or guessing questions you aren't sure of. 10 minutes. Double-checking if you've missed out a question and reshading those that aren't properly shaded. Do not leave any question unanswered. Practice shading. Learning the right shading force is important. We need to make sure the machine counts all of our answers. It is necessary to shade the answer sheet in full, meaning no excessive shading, or in half. This is why it is important to be careful of how much shading we apply. Filling in excess or in half should be avoided. If you shaded a wrong number, just place an X on top of it and shade the correct answer. Note, only one X is allowed per number. Stay healthy and eat brain-boosting foods. Eating right will help you get on the right track. Keep your mind and body healthy. Maintain a regular exercise routine. Study religiously. While preparing for the civil service examination, you should incorporate all three into your daily routine. Bring all the requirements and do not be late during the exam day. Make sure you bring all the requirements the day of the exam, since the proctors won't let you proceed without them. Refer to the list you received after applying, but the basic requirements are: valid ID with picture, application receipt, official receipt, dark lead pencils, sharpener, eraser and/or ball pens, notice of school assignment. Sleep early to wake up early. You need to be in the venue an hour before the exam. Do not be late for the civil service exam. It will not only result to a lesser time on answering, but it also stresses you out. Pray and stay positive. Before you even start studying for the civil service exam, it's important to pray and stay positive. The law of attraction says that what you put out into the universe will come back to you. So if you're putting out negative energy, chances are you won't pass the exam. That's why it's important to think positively about your upcoming test. If you believe in yourself, have faith in God, and have a firm belief that passing the exam is possible, then it can be done. Follow these tips and you'll be well on your way to passing your civil service exam. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more updates, reviews and lessons from this channel. Drop your reactions and suggestions at the comment section.